So here we are back again buying another Amazon renewed phone. Now for those of you that have been enjoying this series, thank you so much. I'm actually enjoying doing this series too, where I go on Amazon, buy a renewed phone and review it. This isn't going to be so much a review as it's going to be more of a unboxing kind of first impressions of buying a phone that's not a 2020 flagship. This one was suggested from the comments of a couple of my last videos. The Galaxy Note 9. This one's Amazon renewed. I'm going to explain to you, for those of you who've never been and seen any of these videos, what Amazon renewed is. We're going to unbox the thing. We're going to look at it. We're going to play around with it. And, I'll give you my thoughts. All of that and more. Right after this!
This is, you listening to Travis.
What up, players? Welcome back. And for all you new people, welcome. My name is Travis and I do tech videos every single week and have a blast doing them. If that sounds like fun to you, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Anything I talk about will be in the description below. But for now, let's just get into the video. So once again, I'm at it again, buying another phone from previous years. I'm actually really having a good time with this, so I hope you are as well. Leave me a comment below if you like this series. One thing I have noticed about buying Amazon renewed phones is none of the boxes they come in are the same. They're, again, sold by third parties. So let me real quick run down through Amazon renewed for those of you that are new so you can understand exactly what's going on here. Amazon Renewed is a program by Amazon where they allow third-party sellers to get products that are used, refurbish them, and then resell them on the site. Now, the cool thing is Amazon requires them to hit a certain kind of mark for each product. For example, iPhones have to look new, can't have any major scratches or anything like that. They have to look brand new. They have to have a charger and accessory, and they have to have a battery life of at least 80% full capacity from new. Doesn't mean it only can charge 80%. It means it charges 100%, but your whole capacity of the battery goes 80%. Now, they don't have that requirement for Android phones, and I think that's because there's no mechanism built into Android to allow you to see that. Regardless of the reason, that is actually not a requirement of Android phones. But one of the cool things about this entire thing is that instead of having a 30-day return policy, you have a 90-day return policy. Amazon Renewed has become a real fun place for me to buy older products and see how they work in 2020. And so far, the vast majority of the phones that I've bought have worked excellently in 2020. As a matter of fact, some of these are so good that I would absolutely recommend them instead of a flagship from 2020. And here we go, the Galaxy Note 9. So I bought this, and this particular box looks completely different than all the others. It says smartphone device on it. And that's okay, generic or not, I don't really care, as long as what's inside matches the description. Now remember, it needs to look new. In other words, no scratches or anything crazy like that. It needs to work, and it needs to have at least a charger and some other things. So we'll go ahead and unbox this. Now, again, because this isn't brand new, I'm not gonna do a full unboxing. Let me just show you what's inside. Now, the thing is, if you buy this, you will not necessarily get the same packaging that I got here. Like I said, every time I've bought a phone, it's come in different packaging. This one's kind of nice though, because it's in a definite smartphone box. Now, of course, it's all haphazard, but interestingly, they've put on the Galaxy Note 9 kind of sticker part where it talks about Galaxy Note 9, where you pull it off. So that's an interesting touch. Most of them don't, most of the phones I bought don't have anything like this over top. They're just kind of covered in the actual box. This also shows an Amazon Renewed card in here, just telling you more about it. We have a power cable that's, used obviously, and a power brick, which I've seen this exact power brick in pretty much all of these Amazon Renewed. What I'm thinking is most sellers are just buying this power brick and putting it in. But here we are, the Galaxy Note 9. I actually had this literally a year ago. It was my main phone right before I got the OnePlus 7 Pro. Of course, this is a 2018 phone, but I'll tell you, taking off the front, now, this is a new thing for me. There appears to be an actual screen protector on this one, which is kind of cool. You generally can't expect to get a screen protector on one of these phones. It usually just comes as is. But much like all the others, it looks perfect. There's not a scratch or a dent or anything. This thing looks brand spanking new. Now, I paid about $350 for this, so if you think about it, it's not a bad deal for a Galaxy Note 9. I'll leave a link in the description below in case you're interested. You know what you're getting. Now, a lot of the people in my comment section have this phone or the S9, which I will be doing a video on as well. So you kind of know the general things that you'll get out of this, but we'll go back over them. Let's talk about some of the specs and some of the things you can expect from this phone. It actually has a vapor cooling system, which I completely forgot about, but the processor is a Snapdragon 845. My particular version has 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage. Of course, micro SD storage, so we're good there. A 6.4-inch display, the resolution of 2960 by 1440. I got Bluetooth 5, NFC, and a battery of 4,000 milliamp hours. And of course, right now I'm rocking Android 9, so not 10. I don't know if I'm going to get 10 on this. I might. This is the unlocked version of the phone, and I know that Samsung has released it. I'm going to see if I can get this thing to update. But so far, like I said, this is basically like getting a new phone. There is not near a scratch on this thing. I would never have known that this thing was used if someone just gave it to me or even packaged it better. The screen protector on it isn't the best, but it is good enough, and I am not going to remove it. I also forgot that this thing has the fingerprint sensor on the back. I know some of you are going to be like, yeah, how could you forget that? But this also uses the face unlock with optical. Remember when it used to look in your eyes to open the face? I can unlock it by looking in my eyes. Remember that? So it scans your face and also looks in your eyes to unlock the screen, which is supposed to be a little bit more secure. But I mean, again, at this point, if someone's at your phone and they know how to get past your fingerprint sensor or something, at that point, it doesn't matter. So I just use the fingerprint sensor whenever I can in the back and optical in the front, and it opens up real quick. So I like it. The speed on it's fine. Now the 845 might be something you're concerned about because now we're up to 865. But let's be clear about this. The Snapdragon 845 is a speed demon. This thing is legit. Now you gotta remember, when this thing came out, it was the pride of Samsung. They had just come out with the S9, which had, okay, the S9 sold terribly. Okay, it was one of the worst selling phones ever. But the Note 9, I think, redeemed itself. So many people love the Galaxy Note 9 that, and I was one of them. I used it for a very long time. That I gotta say, like, I'm happy to have this in possession again. I just did a split screen thing. I was looking for something and was able to split screen while I was looking for something else. And because I've been on the iPhone for the last like 7 months, I haven't done that in forever. I gotta tell you, man, it is so good to be back. Now, of course, I get to have some of the cool features like Samsung Pay and Dex. Now, I've talked a lot about Samsung Pay and Dex in my Galaxy S10 Plus review, which I did recently. I'll leave a link for that in the description as well. And I guess the question would be, should you buy this or the S10 Plus? Maybe that should be a video. Should I do a video about that? What I've noticed so far in getting this again, and not actually having it in about a year, is how nice it does fit in the hand. But I know some people don't like the curved edges, and I've never had a problem with false touches, but then again, I put all of my phones in a case, so this has never been an issue for me. Despite the fact that it's thin, it is kind of heavy, which I don't remember that. I don't remember it being very heavy, but it does feel very heavy. But for those of you who've been on the channel for a long time, you know I love the blue, baby. I love the blue. And you can't have a smartphone that's worth anything if you don't take great pictures with it. And let me tell you something. It's been a minute since I've taken some pictures with the Galaxy Note 9. But these pictures right here, do you see this? Do you see this? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't care if this thing is 2 years old or almost 2 years old, it can hang. And even the front-facing camera, which has never been great, is fine. It's serviceable, I guess I'll call it. So everything about this phone is still an A1, and it's under $400. The question is, should you buy one? Should you buy it from Amazon Renewed? Now, I will tell you that of all the phones I've bought on Amazon Renewed, I've only had problems with one of them, and that was because of the battery that the iPhone 7 that I got had on it. It wasn't up to capacity. It should have been 80%, it was at 70%. But like I said at the beginning, I had 90 days to return it, so I did. There was no problem, got my money back, no problem. Every other phone I've bought has had no problems. They've looked exactly brand new, they've performed exactly brand new, and all of them, with the exception of this one, came completely updated. Now, to be fair, the unlocked version of Note 9, I'm not even sure if it has the Android 10 update. I think it does, but this has actually been sitting somewhere in a warehouse and it never was updated. So I'm gonna attempt to update this to Android 10 for my review, because right now it's on Android 9 with One UI 1.0. So we definitely wanna get it up to the latest and greatest. But yeah, once again, I think it's a win. If you go out and buy a Galaxy Note 9 from Amazon Renewed, I think you're gonna be happy. Again, with all of these phones at a low price, I just find myself really saying that yes, if you wanna buy a phone from Amazon Renewed and save a ton of cash and get a great phone, you can absolutely do it. Now, I have seen some comments where some people said it's been hit or miss for them, but to be perfectly honest, it's been hit or miss for me to buy new products sometimes. I mean, there's products I've bought that are brand new out of the box and they don't work. To me, this is actually better than that because they get tested before they're sent. And on Amazon don't mess around. If a seller does that too many times, they're getting kicked off. And in this economy, ain't no one trying to get kicked off of Amazon. So to be clear, I think this is a safe buy. I'm gonna do some more testing with it, and we'll do a full review and then some comparisons between this, the Galaxy S9, and the Galaxy S10 Plus. Maybe we will do a little three-way video or something like that. I don't know. Do you want me to do that? Leave me a comment below. One thing that I've missed from not having a Galaxy Note in a long time is the S Pen, baby. Now, of course, this was the one that had the little S Pen remote where you click the button and you can take pictures and stuff and whippity-wappity whoop. I mean, that's cool. It's great to have the S Pen. One of the reasons, though, I use the S Pen most for was the screen off memos. To me, that's one of the best reasons to have a Galaxy Note. If you're out and about and you need to write something down real quick, you just click it, you write it, and boom, you're good to go. I love that feature, and I will continue to use that feature for as long as I use this phone. It's actually kind of nice and reminds me of why I love Galaxy phones so much. I haven't used one in a while because, to be perfectly honest, the last one, the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, didn't do anything for me, and the S20s were just way too expensive. But now that I have an S10 Plus, and I have the Note 9, and now an S9, I'm back in Samsung, baby. I got some Samsung phones. What are we doing out here? What are we doing? Where the Samsung nights at? And by the way, I even gamed on this thing. I just wanted to see if it would do well. And yeah, man, the 6.4-inch screen on this thing is so beautiful. And playing something like Call of Duty, bruh, I was laying the smack down. It was so good, so much fun. So make sure you subscribe because I'm going to do more videos about this phone and other Amazon renewed phones. If you've missed any of those videos, I got a playlist right over here or right around here somewhere. Make sure you watch those videos. They're lots of fun. Peace and love. We'll see you real soon.